Hi, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Finding Data Friends. We found someone that I've definitely never met before. Chris, welcome to the podcast. Thanks for joining us. Do you want to tell us a bit about yourself?
Yeah. Thanks for inviting me. I feel very honoured and privileged to be part of it.
Yeah, wait with that judgment until the end of the episode. So
Yeah. Well, that's it. We'll see how I feel after the next 15 minutes or so. My name's Chris. I'm part of the management team at Data Masterminds, and we have the honour
hang
and the
on.
privilege.
So you're Jess's boss. How have you two never met? What is happening here?
Well, we work at the same place. We just never speak to each other. I think that's what it
true.
is.
He lives very far north.
Yeah, huge distance, isn't it?
Mm.
This remote thing, it's just crazy. Doesn't seem to work. I don't know, but yeah, I work with some fantastic people. Like Jess, I won't go through the full list, but Jess paid me £50 to say that, so I thought I'd get it in.
Perfect. Ben, cut that bit out.
Yeah, no,
I was
can't.
to say now every guest was going to be expecting some form of payment or whatever, and this is
Fine.
not happening.
This is good for us.
No, this is like under the table. This one, Jess.
Yeah.
50
No,
quid
no,
for
no.
saying you're great and things like that.
How is it good for us if we pay every single guest to join the show?
Well, we get all the compliments. Well, I thought we had a budget for this. I used your credit card.
Oh, that sounds like a typical Rob demo to me, but
Exactly.
So obviously I'm Chris. I do work with Jess, although she doesn't remember me. So I've been around in the, I suppose, IT and data space for probably as long as Jess has been alive, which starts to show how old I actually am. Started life as a developer, believe it or not. Wasn't VB6 then. Cold Fusion, if you ever heard
this
of.
is the most disappointing episode ever.
No. Well, I've worked with many devs who did do VB6, but not me personally. You see, it was all PHP and Cold Fusion and all the fancy stuff at that time.
First of all, PHP and Cold Fusion, you're telling me you're not as old as you pretend to be. And also, what you're also telling me is, I never worked with anything Ben really likes, but I know people that do. I mean, I'm not quite sure that really fixes things, but sure, Chris.
If I'd known it was a requirement, Ben, to be a VB6 expert, I would have spent the last few days learning it all and come along and show you my skills.
Making something cool.
Yeah. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know. Can you do anything cool in VB6? I don't know.
I mean, you can do on error resume next, so
yeah.
How cool is that?
I don't know. So yeah, like you said, one of them devs who I sort of love to hate now. Now moved over into the data space and obviously been involved in various different aspects of it, but primarily majority of my life as a database administrator. Which
you came to the cool side once you realised.
I did. I did. It took me about 4 or 5 years to realise that, but once I did, I thought, yeah, I want to be where the cool kids are.
It's true. That's me.
Yeah.
I was gonna. And how did you end up here then? Because I think you took a wrong turn.
Yeah. Took the wrong turn off the A1, driving back north, and ended up here.
Oh man, good times. All right. Yeah. Well, what you've been around in the data space for a while. You said so. This one might be difficult, but what's your favorite data thing?
So there's lots of areas. I could probably name more areas I don't like than I can that I do like. But
that's not the question.
Yes, the question that was proposed. So, like many DBAs from way back when, performance tuning, system internals is a big part of it, and some of the things that really, getting the cogs turning, things like that. It was really sort of big for me, and I think the hit you would get by taking a query that takes an hour, getting it down to, I'll big myself up and say a few milliseconds, that sort of thing. That really sort of gives you, or give me, a big sort of kick. But I'm very OCD with things, and I hate not knowing things. So something is doing something that I don't know why it's doing it, I could spend the rest of my life trying to investigate and work that out, just so I do know. And it works because, maybe 3 years, 5 years, 10 years later, you might hit a similar issue, and that 150 hours I spent investigating that on evenings and weekends means I can answer that question straight away now. So yeah, like you say, deep dives into that. Going back, I suppose it all started probably, like you say, about 20 years ago when I first moved from the development into the DBA side of things, and we're working at a bank, and every couple of days, the system would just hit 100% CPU, flatlined, can't do anything. Trying to run SP-Who. This was before SP-Who was active days. Took 5 minutes to get a response from that. But long story short, going through many, many weeks of implementing various different captures of information and everything, worked it out that it was the developer's fault for not handling that error properly.
Developers.
Yeah, sorry for all the devs that might be watching, but it was loading large XML files, which was card transactions, and it would fail partway through because the file hadn't finished downloading before they were trying to process it, and they never implemented the SP XML remove document, and so just virtual address space just got eaten up till it flatlined. Server died.
At times.
But we did have a fix for it at the time, and that was, I don't know if you can guess what that might be. Reboot.
Ah, nice.
Fixes 68% of all computer-related issues, believe it or not.
100%.
And then this time it did. Obviously, that's not
100% off 68%. I mean, both of these numbers are made up, so it doesn't really matter, but I'm still...
No, it's true. I'm sure I read that on, I don't know, Wikipedia or something. I saw it on TikTok.
Okay, I'm sorry. That changes nothing.
But yeah, like you said, it does. I mean, it's not an ideal solution for rebooting a SQL server, but it was the only solution that we had at the time to get things up and running.
Yeah, sometimes.
And I will say, sometimes, even though the docs say otherwise, it fixes stuff with it. Oh, no matter what you do, if you do a reboot now, you're just going to be stuck in restoring or whatever forever.
Yeah.
To risk it.
Risk it for a biscuit.
Yeah. Live dangerously, right?
Ooh, did somebody say biscuit?
I was going to say, I haven't got any biscuits.
Are we at the food question yet? What is
I was going to say that was the perfect segue, but just too early.
We're going to skip question 2 today.
Of
course, we're not.
But yeah, I haven't got any biscuits, Ben. I'm sorry. I've got coffee, but I don't have a biscuit.
It's a good start.
I mean, I said it before, but I'll say it again. This is a very disappointing episode for me personally.
I'm sorry.
I'm not mad. I'm just very, very sad.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say you're not mad, you're disappointed, But...
Yeah, I was going there. I'm going to get that sad actually, first of all, prescribes my current state of feelings much better, and also it rhymes much better with mad, so that's what I went with.
Just a poet.
Yeah.
They call me sequel rhymer for a reason.
Can
nobody calls me that, but...
Can you remember at the start of the call when I said I was like,
oh no, I remember
everything to be here? That's sort of starting to...
You realise that this is just not actually the most professional podcast you've ever been on. Okay.
And then again, in all fairness, when you said that, I explicitly told you that your
expectations are too high, man.
You're right.
I will add it to the checklist. Don't be excited about being here.
Smart. But the second question, that could be where it picks right up.
But speaking of second question, when you're not rebooting servers, even though you shouldn't, what's your favorite non-data thing?
Non-data thing. So, as I'm sure Jess will tell you, who's obviously never met me before.
Right.
I suppose a big part of my life. I mean, obviously the correct answer is saying spending time with my wife and my kids and things like that. But
good idea. This is recorded.
Yeah. But in reality, sport is a big part of my life. Cricket has been since I was, 12, 13-year-old. Still play, try to anyway, but obviously the age is starting to catch up. Knees are not working as they used to. But in the last 4 years, I think it is, golf has been a massive part of my life to sort of get away and switch off. I suppose that the good side of it is, like, see, I can go away, get you out. You do a 4 or 5 mile walk, depending on how many times you hit into the trees. But
just really trying to maximize that walk, huh?
Yeah, well, that's it. Like you say, it could be less than 4 miles, but it depends how straight you go. If you're zigzagging across, then yeah, you're gonna
a lot more steps.
Easily make it 5 or 6 miles. But I'm a very analytical thinker, just in my nature. So the downside to it is I'm constantly analysing my golf swing, which you shouldn't do. You're standing there ready to hit the ball, and there's a big long list of things. You're thinking, okay, is my posture right? Is my grip right? Is the ball in the right position? You just go through a big list. Then 30 seconds
It's
later,
kind of what we do with this podcast, and you see where that led us to.
Perfect execution every time.
Yeah. Well, no, it's
most of the time.
Like you say, it gets me out and about. And I don't know, Jess, if you were aware, but I think obviously Sander, he started playing again.
Has he?
Last year, the year before. And Ben, I don't know if you're aware, but William went for his first proper golf lesson yesterday, the day before, maybe.
Is it? DMM golf team coming out.
Well, that's my hope. And obviously we've got Alexa Claudio in Portugal, which is one of the best places to go and play golf. So, hey.
Let's go. I'll take it up for that.
Yeah. Get yourself to a driving range.
I've given golf a go a couple of times and it hasn't gone great for me.
How has it gone for golf?
Not great either.
Take anything though. You got to practice. You got to dedicate the time.
Well, I think that's the problem. I think it's a sport that you have to spend a lot of time thinking about, analyzing, practicing to be any good, right? Otherwise, it's just super frustrating.
You're right. That's the thing.
However, what I understand that it can also be frustrating when you're analyzing it, because that's basically what Chris told us. So all I'm hearing is no matter how you approach it, it's frustrating. So.
One of the worst thing is, or one of the worst things is, it's one of the only sports that you could practice every day for several hours for 6 months or 12 months and probably be worse by the end of that 6 or 12 months.
This sounds ideal.
Yeah, normally anything else you would improve and everything, but with golf, unless somebody is specifically pointing out things and you're doing it wrong, you're just going to make it worse and worse and worse.
I mean, the thing about golf is the second you improve, you get that handicap, so it makes it look worse again. So it's like a treadmill. However, what I'm going to say is the good thing about golf is, except for maybe if you do these indoor training things, it's mostly outdoorsy. Mm-hmm. So you get lots of fresh air. And I don't know about you, Jess, but fresh air really makes me hungry.
Sure does. Amazing segue, Ben. Just passing it over. Chris, our final question and our favorite question probably is, what's your favorite food?
What is your one favorite food, Chris?
One favorite. I'm definitely allowed to say all food. Am I not?
That's right. It has to be a little bit more specific than food, and also a little bit more specific than hot food, which was a previous answer.
I mean, I would love to go back and I can't think it was like during COVID and everything, where everyone was asking about cheese and everything. So I do like cheese, but if I had to choose one, which it sounds like you're forcing me to pick one specific,
it's the rules of the game.
We don't make the rules.
Steak, it's got to be. Unless you're like vegetarian or vegan, I can't imagine there's many people out there who wouldn't have that either at the top or near the top. They have to.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Especially a good one as well.
I agree. Ben does not.
No.
But that's fine. I mean, I was not asking about his favorite food for me, so
true.
Just in case you wanted to try it,
We could change the question, Ben. Going forward, what would you make for me?
I mean that's the thing. For some time we did basically ask that question, because when we were still kidnapping our guests, I think what happened to us is basically what happened to so many people after the pandemic. They're getting lazy. They're not getting out of their homes anymore. So we're getting too lazy to kidnap people.
Yeah.
Good thing we have that data thing going for us on the side. So we're not entirely unemployed, because that kidnapping thing didn't work out too well. But that's when we asked people what they're going to make for us. So that was kind of like, what's your favorite food? And again, some people were still offering me meat. So rude. Maybe that's why I don't kidnap you anymore, folks. Just think about it.
Well, the great thing about steak, though, is you get a lot of side options too, right?
Oh,
Yes.
So I'll eat your steak. You can have the sides.
All kidding aside, well, it will obviously never be my first choice. But if somebody's like, we're going to a steakhouse, I will go. First of all, they usually still have some kind of fish, and even if not, all the sides and everything, I will not be starving. I am drawing the line at a barbecue joint, because they usually even have bacon in their sides. So,
hang on. Didn't think of bacon.
Changing my answer.
I was going to say I changed my answer.
I mean, technically.
No, I'll not. I'll stick with steak.
I would be surprised if your answer was not steak, because I feel like whenever we've gone to dinner, we've gone to a steakhouse. That's like your number one choice.
It is 100%.
Which I'm not mad about, because I'm also strongly in the love steak category.
Yeah. And the good thing is, like Ben, you were saying about asking people to make some, or what were people going to make for you? The beauty at the moment is my eldest, he's wanting to be a chef and open up his own restaurants and everything when he grows up. So he's really into the cooking everything. So me and Tony, it's great for us, because he'll happily make the evening meal every night.
There you go.
And he's actually pretty good at just finding random things, throwing it together, and it being pretty spectacular. So yeah, I can sit down, put my feet up, and have him make the steaks and even bring them to me.
There you go. You've done it right.
Yeah. He won't make me a cup of tea, though.
That's not on the chef list.
No.
Probably not.
Yeah.
He always wants one, but he won't make me one. So that's next on the list. Try and get him to do things.
See, usually what I would say at this point is something like, yada, yada, oh, now I want some steak, but apparently I don't want steak. But we are still at time, so I'm just going to be more abrupt this time. So, Chris, thank you for joining us this week. You're welcome. We're going to allow steak and bacon as your answers, just because we are very...
It'll be steak wrapped in bacon.
Oh, yes. I'm going to go and do that now.
You had him at steak wrapped in bacon. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, Jess. And we see you next week with yet another friend. Bye.
Bye, folks.
Bye, everyone.